Hi. So it's been a while since I've been able to record, but I was doing my Bible study today and I wanted to talk about this verse that I read today. My wife and I were just having a conversation yesterday about um, whether or not missionaries should pray with members of other religions. There was a missionary who was called to be a missionary in Turkey. He took his family to Turkey there, and he began to befriend the Turkish people. And they invited him. One of the imams invited him to pray in the mosque with them. And this particular missionary accepted that invitation and went into the mosque and prayed. And there are a lot of people who say that that was not the right thing to do, and it was, he shouldn't have done that. And I'm kind of torn on the issue. I think that unless it was very specifically, unless God was very clear to him in speaking to that missionary and saying that's what he should do, then it's something that probably should be avoided by most missionaries. And that's the stance of a lot of missionary organizations as well. But, I didn't have a specific Bible verse to back that up. And then it just so happens that in my reading today, I came across this, 2 John chapter 1, verses 10 and 11. It says, "If anyone comes to you and does not bring this doctrine, is disloyal to what Jesus Christ taught, do not receive him, do not accept him, do not welcome or admit him into your house, or bid him Godspeed, or give him any encouragement. For he who wishes him success, who encourages him, wishing him Godspeed, is a partaker in his evil doings." So what John was talking about in this particular verse is that there was a sect of religious people during that time who were saying that Jesus was not 100% man. They were saying that he was not man at all, but that he was all spirit. And that's not what the Bible teaches, and that's a heresy. And they were going from place to place and trying to spread this false doctrine. And this was John's response when he wrote about it. He said, don't even invite them into your house. If you do that, you're participating in their evil. Don't even wish these guys good luck or Godspeed, because that's heresy and it's not what Jesus taught. And so that kind of backed up what I was thinking, that you shouldn't participate in prayer or religious ceremonies of other people, even if you're going in. Now, this missionary wasn't going in and praying to Allah. He was going in and he was praying to Jesus, and he was praying for the conversion of those Muslims. And that may be what God had intended for him to do in that particular time. So I'm not saying he was right or wrong, because I don't know what the Lord told him to do. But I do know that in this point, we can bring this home today and apply this to people like the Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons who do go door to door and they preach a Jesus that is not what the Bible teaches. And so how do you respond to them? Well, the Bible says don't even invite them into your house. The Bible says don't even tell them Godspeed. And so that's what we need to do, unless we very clearly hear from God to do something else. Now, does that mean that we can't be friends with them? I don't think so, because I have friends that are Mormons. But what it does say is that in their acts of proselytizing or in their acts of preaching, we cannot allow those kinds of things to happen in our homes or in our presence, because that's it's heresy. But I think that it's okay to be friends with them. Jesus gave us an example of being friends with pretty ruthless types of people who didn't follow the Lord. Jesus was their friend. So yes, we can be their friend. But what he didn't allow was false doctrine and untruth to be spoken in his presence, and that's where we draw the line. So my Mormon friends, we don't. I don't talk with them about how they can go out and spread the word better. Rather, what I want to talk to them about is about Jesus and the true Jesus. So we don't pray together in my house, even though they say they're praying to Jesus. It's not the true Jesus. So just interesting that I was having a discussion yesterday and kind of questioning how those types of situations should be handled, and lo and behold, there's the answer in the Bible, that most of the time that's the case. We can find what we're looking for. And in this particular instance, I wasn't even looking. It just happened to be in my scheduled reading for today. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. I hope you do.